I chose not really to put myself out there. Not every girl is going to be a girl's girl, and that's okay. Literally, if I was to go out to an event, guess what? She's coming with me. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl GIRLTALK. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a girl talk. I feel like I haven't done a girl talk in forever. I don't remember the last one that I done actually. It's been a while. I'm so sorry. I know I said I'll be doing girl talks like once a week, but you guys know I've got an almost 1-year-old. I can't believe she's almost 11 months old. She's literally 11 months old in the next like 2 weeks or so. But I wanted to come on to you guys. Literally, I just put Mara down for a nap. As soon as I put her down, I ran over here. Makeup's not done, you guys. This is literally how I went to bed. I just popped some jewelry on. The jewelry is from Grey, of course, my jewelry business, and I'm wearing my mama necklace from Ana Luisa as well. Yeah, you guys can get 10% off, or if you're seeing this today, like Friday, which you probably are, you can get 15% off using code Friday15. I wanted to talk about the topic of loneliness and being in your 20s and having female friends and female friendships in general, because wow. Yeah, I wanted to talk about my experience with female friends and why I don't have many female friends. Not to say that I have male friends, instead just why I find it difficult to make new female friends, and on the topic of loneliness as well, because I watched a video, I'll leave it down below actually, because it came up on my homepage and I was like, wow, this is really targeting me. So I thought it would be really helpful to come on and just talk to you guys about it, because I know there's a lot of you who feel the same way that I do, so I feel like it's just something that needs to be talked about. Let's first talk about loneliness. So if you don't know, hey, I'm enjessiara, I'm 20. I turned 20 in August. Yeah, I'm fresh into my 20s, like I'm fresh into it. I already have a kid, I have a business, you know, so I've kind of fast-tracked, if you will. I've kind of skipped a couple of steps stereotypically in terms of like what society tells you to do and the order that it tells you to do it in. And with saying that, obviously I left university. I chose not to return because I was having a baby, and I chose to come back to London. And I lost a lot of friends, because when I moved to Manchester, if you guys have watched my university series, I go back and when I watch that series over and over again, because it's just so much fun to watch and to see how reckless I was. Like when I watch my university videos, I'm just so free. Like moving to Manchester, I was just like, I'm gonna meet friends, you know, I'm going to meet a lot of people, I want to talk to a lot of people, I want to go out, because I just turned 18 in August. I moved to Manchester in September, so I was fresh. I started drinking, I started partying, and I had the time of my life in university. I don't regret a single thing that I done in university. I was saying that when I got pregnant, obviously, all of my friends were in Manchester. At that point, I was in a new relationship with the guy who was going to be my baby dad, and I moved back home. And coming back to London, I don't really have any friends in London, except like the couple that I have in college and from like school that I reconnected with. Other than that, I do not have a friendship group per se that you would expect me to have. And I'm trying to phrase this correctly, because a lot of people, whenever I say, or whenever I joke and say I don't have friends, people literally think I'm joking. I'm being 100% honest with you guys. I don't really speak to anyone. You guys know how your friend pulls up in a car and you guys just go to a coffee, you guys go have some lunch, you guys go shopping, or just a friend that you guys talk to every day. It doesn't have to be a group of people, one person. I don't really have that, and I don't really speak to people recently. So then going back to me coming back home, moving back to London, and obviously having a baby, moving into my flat with my daughter, my best friend is my boyfriend. And that may sound sad, but it's... So I have suffered with loneliness. I have suffered with loneliness for a year now, genuinely, probably since I'd given birth to her. I just fell into this like hole of motherhood and being a mum, and at the same time becoming a business owner, launching Grey, trying to make it work on YouTube, trying to make it work on social media, trying to get brand deals, trying to get people to see me the way I see myself, just trying to get myself out there again. Because in university, I was out there, like people knew my name. I was friends with people, not in the negative way, people knew my name. People knew my name because I was just very outgoing, very confident, and very outspoken. And I just love speaking to people, and I still do. But as I said, just being in, I'm in my house every single day. Like the only days I will leave my house is to go food shopping, to go and see my aunt and my sisters, to go and see family, or to go to a cafe, go to the post office to drop off orders and come back and go to the park with Mara. That is it. I do not go and have lunch with a friend, or go and have lunch with a friend who also has a baby, or go and have a coffee with someone who I haven't seen in a while. I have not done that in over a year. Literally, it's been a good couple of months since that's happened. So loneliness has like doomed on me, and it's only been of recent that I've been able to accept it and talk about it. It's just been something that I didn't really want to open up about because I'm not a very open person. I don't like to speak about my feelings. You can ask Corey, I just don't like to speak about how I feel. And if I'm feeling some type of way, I will rather just move past it myself. Like if I'm in a bad mood, no one will know. No one will know. Like I could be in a bad mood right now and you guys will just not know. But I just don't speak about my feelings. But because I have an audience, especially of young girls, who I feel I should just teach these things and tell you guys that it's normal. You don't have to be in my exact position. You don't have to be a mum at 20, you know, with a business. You don't have to be like that. It could be simply, you could feel lonely and still have a group of friends. You know, you could have 1,000,001 friends, but you could still feel lonely. In my case, I literally have like 4 friends. And I always say that I don't really call people friends. I don't use that word lightly. Like I just don't call everyone a friend. If I know someone, if we've spoken before, I'm just gonna call them an acquaintance, and it's okay to do that. You're allowed to do that. I don't know what people come for me whenever I say that. Not everyone is my friend. And I don't mean that in a big-headed way. I just mean that as a friend means so much more to me, especially now being 20, especially being a mum. I have priorities that I just don't go out there and call everyone my friend because it's just, you can, but for me, it's just not a priority to me. So I just wanted to quickly mention that and talk about it and say that it is okay to feel lonely, especially if you feel drowned in a sea of people. If you're in my situation and you barely have any friends, and you know you joke and you say that you don't have any friends, that's also okay. And I've learned to be okay with that because it's a choice at the end of the day for me. Like I realized that I chose to not have many friends and I chose not really to put myself out there. Whilst I have a following, whilst, you know, I have amazing internet friends and people on the internet and mums on the internet that I speak to and connect with daily, it's not the same in person. Like I'm a sucker for human connection. I love speaking to people. I love getting to know people. I love connecting with people and just teaching people about things and hearing their stories. And I'm just very much a people person. Well, not really, because people annoy me recently, but we move. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And now going on to the topic of female friendships. I made a TikTok giving university students advice for first year, and someone was like, lol, I'm not taking advice from a university dropout, which I understand, but at the same time, I did go to university, you can't say that I didn't. And one of the like tips that I said was that not every girl is going to be a girl's girl, and that's okay. And when I said that to one of my acquaintances, she was complaining about one of her friends. She probably watches this video, sorry babe, but she was complaining to me about one of her friends in university, and how she only has male friends and how she barely speaks to the girls and how she finds it hard to speak to the girls, and when she does speak to the girls, she just has like a negative face on. And I was like, well, I don't think, some girls are just, you know how some girls are like, some girls just don't want to be friends with females and only want to be friends with men. That's another story. But in this case, I knew who she was talking about, and I was like, well, she finds it hard to speak to women. I find it hard to speak to women. I completely agree. She naturally can connect more with men, not in a sexual way, not anything to do with that, just in a emotional, normal, platonic way. I do believe that men and women can be friends. That's such a controversial topic, but I do believe it. I've got so many male friends back in Manchester from uni that I still talk to, that they still reach out to me and ask me how Amara is doing, that they would love to come and meet her. And it's so lovely to see that, because before I didn't believe it until I actually had it. Yeah, so with saying that, female friends is hard. Having a female friend, I don't even like that phrase, female friend, because it may come off as negative, but I don't mean it in a way of girls against girls or you should be a girl's girl. You don't need to be a girl's girl. If you're naturally not a girl's girl, that's okay. I am, because you know the majority of men these days annoy me. And you know, when I've had the opportunity to become friends with a male, it always just switches, and they would always just, you know, try and move to me or try and talk to me, and I would always say, I'm practically married, I have a baby with my partner, don't even try it. So with saying that, I'm just gonna give you guys a couple of tips on, you know, battling loneliness, battling female friendships, just overcoming that stigma of if you have a best friend that you guys are at competition, or if you're in a group of friends that happen to be all girls that you're at competition with each other. And I hate that that is the storyline behind it. Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to say when it comes to loneliness and when it comes to just feeling like you are your own best friend is learning to be your own best friend. And I mean that in the least cringy way as possible. People need to stop taking things as cringe because I'm just stating fact. You do need to learn how to be your own best friend. If you are above the age of 16, guess what, hun? You're going to be put into the world, the real world, very soon by yourself when you're leaving school, when you're leaving college. I'm telling my sister this. My sister's 18 in November. And once that happens, guess what? She has to pay for everything. She has to get a job. She's going to go to university. She's going to be into the real world. I've been telling her this for ages and she's not seeing it, but she will. She will, and you will too. So that's the first thing I had to say. Learn to be your best friend. Learn to be your own friend first before you are anybody else's best friend, because I've been my own best friend since the age of like 14. Like literally I've learned to be okay with my own company. I love my own company, but as of recent, as I admitted in the beginning of this video, I've just been seeing, it's mainly social media, it's mainly the internet, where I'm seeing people on Snapchat who I've just deleted. I've literally, if you notice that I've unfriended you or deleted you off of something, don't take it to offense. It's just for me. Whenever I'm on Instagram and I'm scrolling and I see Instagram stories of people that I know, girls that I know, you know, at lunch with their besties, cheersing with cocktails, or just on a night out, or having a coffee, having lunch, going for a walk, going for a drive, just anything to do with connection and just going out and just, I don't know, does that make sense? Anything to do with that, even like influencers or like content creators that I follow, like seeing them at events with other people and interacting, it I guess is a form of FOMO. I guess it is a form of that, because I'm not doing anything and I can't really do much because I am a mum, because I have a business. Amara's not a nursery, so it literally, if I was to go out to an event, guess what? She's coming with me. She's gonna be attached up my hip, and I'm okay with that. Unless Corey's here, then we're all going. Guess what? You really just have to be okay with your own company, and that's in the least selfish way possible. You do need to learn how to treat yourself the same way how you learn to treat and speak to others. You need to do that with yourself, because if you're speaking to yourself negatively, then guess what? You're not going to want to hang out with yourself the way you would want to hang out with someone else, because you're distracted. Most people surround themselves with a big group of friends because they don't want to face themselves, and that's not in a way to come and attack people. It's just being honest. I remember when I was in university, I wanted to surround myself with 1,000,001 people because I didn't want to be in my uni dorm by myself. And then one night when I think it was when I first moved, and it was the weekend after I went out for 14 days straight, I found myself in my uni bedroom laying on my bed, and I started crying, and I was thinking, why am I crying? And it was because I was lonely. It was because I didn't really make any proper connections yet, and I was broke. I literally spent all my money on tickets and outfits and wigs and bags that I didn't need. And I was just so upset with myself. I was so lonely. I was like, oh my God, how did I not make any friends during those 2 weeks of drinking? People probably thought I was a drunk. People probably thought I was an alcoholic. People probably thought I was just crazy, and just they didn't want to be friends with me. But then I soon realized after that, like, I literally got up that night, I got myself dressed, and guess what? I took myself out. I remember I was like, Jess, stop dwelling in your feelings, get yourself dressed. I took a shower, I done my hair, done my makeup, I got dressed, I went out to Manchester, the centre of Manchester, and I went to dinner, took myself to dinner with the remainder of money that I had left. I took myself to dinner, and guys, guess what? From then, it was just amazing. From then, I was like, okay, this is brilliant. I'll start university next week. I felt so confident. And then from then I was making friends every single day. I felt so confident to just speak to people in public. And then on that dinner that I went out on, I met like 4 girls. I'm still friends with them today. I still talk to them today. They're still absolutely amazing girls. And it was just my lesson to put myself out there, to teach myself how to be my own friend. And at the young age of 18, I cannot believe I was 18. Like, I feel like I just turned 18 and now I'm 20. That's such a big jump, but yeah, it's just, this topic is very hard to talk about for me because it's real and it's still happening. Like, times like this, I wish I was, I wish I had other friends who do the same thing as me, like in the internet, and I don't know, Instagram and all of that. But it is really hard to find genuine people in the industry. Yeah, a lot of people just aren't genuine. But yeah, this topic's really hard to speak about for me and to other people, because I don't want to come across like I'm attacking you, but I do want to seem like I'm attacking you, because I want you guys to get it through your heads. You need to be your own best friend before you're friends with anybody else. Before you get in a relationship with anybody else, you need to be secure in yourself. I've been saying that from 5 years ago when I started this channel. You guys, if you're not secure with yourself, you're not going to be secure with anybody else. That's friendship, that's relationship, that's a business relationship. But yeah, I don't know if what I said just made sense now that I'm thinking about it. Did it? Don't know, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked it. Give this video a thumbs up to help the algorithm and to help people see my channel, because girl, I've got some fun videos coming your way. But yeah, don't forget to stay happy, stay safe, stay inspired. Get 15% off your jewelry today for Friday only with great jewelry. I don't know what else to say. Look at my hair, guys. Oh, I need a new wig like now. Anyway, have a lovely Friday, have a lovely weekend. I'll see you guys in another video soon. Bye.